Mayor Adams suddenly canceled his appearance at several Martin Luther King events after a last-minute invite to attend President Trump's inauguration. Political reporter Marcia Kramer says the move opened up Pandora's box of criticism from New Yorkers.
Nebraska cattle producer Charles W. Herbster, yes, he's the one in the Stetson, was Mayor Adams' seatmate in an overflow room at Donald Trump's inauguration. Adams canceled several Martin Luther King Jr. Day appearances after a last-minute, late-night invite from Steve Witkoff, Donald Trump's envoy to the Middle East, who was present when Adams cemented his public bromance with Trump during a lunch at his Palm Beach Golf Club last Friday.
Every time I think I can't be more stunningly disappointed with this mayor, he says, yes, you can.
Adams' decision to start driving to Washington at 3 a.m. for the ceremony provoked an avalanche of criticism, some questioning whether it was enlightened self-interest on the part of the mayor, who's scheduled to go on trial in April on corruption charges.
Eric Adams had a chance to do a meeting with President Biden to address the migrant crisis. He canceled on that to rush back home because his friends were being raided. Eric Adams today decided to cancel on New Yorkers because Donald Trump beckoned for him to come down. He is making it very clear. What Eric cares more about is making sure that he does not go to jail.
Council Speaker Adrian Adams had this to say.
Some that should be here celebrating Dr. King with us in this room have chosen to go to Washington to celebrate Felon 47.
Baptist Ministers Conference President Reverend Dr. James Kilgore took a backhanded shot as he introduced Governor Hochul.
She was sharing with me how wonderful it was that she would be here in Harlem with us rather than Washington, D.C.
But the mayor, hoping for a better relationship with Donald Trump than he had with Joe Biden, called the inauguration, quote, a sacred American tradition. On MLK Day, like Reverend Dr. King said, we must put partisan politics aside to do what's best for our country, Adams said in a post on X.
All right, Marcia Kramer joining me now. The mayor rushes down, gets a last-minute invitation. Would it have been okay to say, sorry, I'm busy here?
Dick, you know Donald Trump. If he called you or had his friend call you and say, come to my inauguration, what would you do?
Yeah, tough to say no, right?
Well, look, you know that he doesn't take slights lightly.
No.
So when he has his best friend, Steve Witkoff, call you up at the last minute, don't you think it's sort of like a command performance and you rush down there to do it because you want to make sure you have a better relationship with President Trump than you have with President Biden? And
it might be for another reason, but we don't know.
We don't know about that.
We don't know for sure. Marcia Kramer, you'll be all over it. Thanks very much, Marcia. Yes. And look for continuing coverage tonight at 10 with a CBS News primetime report on Inauguration Day in America.